Okay, so one of the first things that I want you to start doing is writing your affirmations and your goals. Okay, and so what this does is and here's the thing: you got to write your goals and your affirmations as if you already are that. Okay, and you may have heard this before with gurus and stuff like that, but you need it to be broke down to you in the recovery sense, because a lot of people in recovery may not even do this. And this was so big because I probably did this I did it when I was in addiction this last time, maybe a year before I even got clean and sober. And it may not have been every day, but it was a lot. And so that's why I said when I really quit, it was like a week later. Once I got the physical, because I was on Suboxone this last time when I was in prison. And so when I got that urge and that desire, like the physical part out of me, the mental was like this. And see, that's the thing, is people talk about the physical and then there's the mental. The physical is a bitch, okay? If we can get you past that physical, if you're physical cravings or addictions or whatever to something, if I can get you past that, this is what this is for, the mental. Because this mental, you do, even while you're using, if you're still using, you having a hard time get off right now, keep taking this course, man, and do the things I'm telling you to do every day. What happens is that you're going to manifest yourself to get clean and get sober. And see, that's what happened with me, is that I was writing these goals and these affirmations down every day, all day, until eventually I just couldn't take it no more. It was like I was able to wean myself down to a small amount, and then I was able to just quit. And I just, like I said, a week later, I didn't even have no urge or desire. It was all around me, and I've been happy, loving life ever since. Of course, you're going to go through trials and temptations. Of course, things that you got to do, you know? And so we're going to talk about that later. But right now, it's about writing your goals and your affirmations. I want you, and I'm going to give you a sheet of mine. I still have them from when I first got clean. I got 5 years in about a month or 2 months, June 16th. And so we're in like May right now. So yeah, next month. And so I'm going to give you a list of goals and affirmations that I used, and feel free to copy some of them, and then feel free to create your own. But remember, you have to write them as if, and here's the next key: you have to have big goals, gigantic. Okay, I want big goals, stuff that's gonna make you excited. You know, we can break them down into smaller goals later, and that's what I suggest. But right now, this is the dream board. This is the dopamine. This is to get your dopamine pumping, because right now your dopamine's not balanced. It's not doing right. So you wake up in the morning, and here's the key: eventually you get to where you can just read these off if you want to, but in the beginning you need to write them every morning. You need to write them every night. If you can't write them, at least still try to read them. But the thing is, they need to go in your subconscious. And so what I used to do is I would write them in the morning and write them at night. And so I would write things like big goals, shit that might not even ever happen. Who cares? You know, I would write stuff like, you are worth $100 million. You have, 4 New York Times best-selling books. You have music with 100 million video views on YouTube. Like, this is the type of stuff I'm writing. Big goals. You are successful, on affirmation. You create the reality that you desire to live in. You are happy. You love your life. You are confident. You are strong, and there's like I said, I'm going to put my list on here and take a picture and upload it. And I'm excited for you on that, because that's going to show you all the affirmations that was able to work for me and the goals that was able to work for me. I'm not just talking about it. Like, this is my real story. This is how I got clean and sober. And man, it's not just about getting clean and sober and being miserable. Like I said, I was able to do it, and within a couple years I wrote 4 books. Like I said I would. I wrote an album, okay? I wrote coaching programs. I did all of this, and it all came from these affirmations and goals. And so here's the thing too, is like, sometimes you might be writing a goal. Like I said, I'm gonna write a country album, and I wrote it for a year. this goal until I finally did it. And so, you know, it all